Tem o Silas. Vem
Silas,
Silas.
guys. Silas tá morto.
Ok. Boa.
Nice. Boa, guys.
Guys, we're okay. I'll be honest, guys. We're already playing like human beings. We're evolved, no? We already play so much better, guys. I'll be honest. A lot of pro play, in my opinion, 90% is mentality. 90%. Do you know what the number one thing I look for is in a player when I hire them? Number one thing.
What?
It's how desperate they are. No joke. Like, I had players that are better, like very easily much better, cheaper, you know, superstars, but I look for one quality. I always look for how desperate are they to be the best that they can be, right? And that has been a formula for success for me. On low budget teams, on teams without much money, throughout my career, I've always, you know, been top 3 or higher, right? That's what I'm known for. I'm a human printing machine, because if you're willing, then the attitude that you take inside the game is going to show in your communication, right? And if you have good communication, then you have a good flow of information. If you have a good flow of information, it is easier to point out and see where you're going wrong. Because everyone is willing to learn, everyone is willing to be better at any cost, and everyone is giving their point of view inside the game. So it's very important that from the very beginning, we go into the game with a clear plan, right? Level 1 plan. How are we setting up on the map? What is our swap situation looking like? And then we go into our lane dynamics and our first pathing, and then our drakes, right? So have you guys noticed this game? You guys were setting up around objectives much better. Like, for example, look, this is something that you guys weren't doing before. When I watch you guys scrims, you guys weren't, I mean, I think you're still completely for being here, actually. But like the whole idea of holding C bush and holding control, like playing as 4, playing off top prior here, this is not something you used to do. And a lot of this is going to come from players like you, Aegis, because you have way more experience, you know? Like, Bruce hasn't played in a really long time. These guys are tier 2, right? So, like, this kind of setup is going to come from you, and it's going to make the game, like, way easier. But what I still don't like is, I think there is still no system on how to play on control. For example, how to play on the C bush is something that you might notice with a lot of my teams. My teams are very, very disciplined around vision. Like, I remember in 2024 when I had the Pro Delta roster, and we couldn't play on limits as much. We had to rely on teamwork more than individual creativity and skill. And so we were a team where we made finals, but we were, I would say, individually, like, most definitely not better than them, you know, better than the teams that we're playing against. But we would always be up on gold on the map. We'd always be very difficult to play against, because even though we'd lose all the fights, we'd always start the fights with a good position. So I want to talk a little bit about that. One, I think our call to set up this grub was really good, but you need to understand their tempo too. So Brucer, you see, you cheat this wave. I think it was a bit dangerous for sure. I mean, Maokai could definitely be here on this wave. If he just,
If you think if he W on me, I just press flash, no?
yeah,
And kill him.
but then you lose. Like, he could be here right now. Look.
Yeah. I was thinking that.
But then you would just lose flash for free.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
and if you look at the map situation, this dragon, this grub should be ours. Like, at least of this top wave, we should get at least 1 grub for free, right? And if you play a straight 5v5, because they have Braum Maokai, you will never win a straight 5v5 at this time with Silas, right? So, like, your mindset here should be, look back here. My bot has tempo. Now TP'd. I'm catching mid, so they're probably going to open mid. We're going to get at least 1 grub for free, so I can't give my condition, right? You're weak side here. You're actually weak side here. But you're playing kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the second is, okay, now they play through mid. This line bush from our POV is theirs. This C bush can be there too. So you guys playing off top here, Aegis, I think if you're going to start these Gromp, you should finish it. Okay? But ideally, I think you want to play off this wave, right?
Yeah.
So you should not even start it. The best is you should turn on sweeper, and you should already, because there's a pink ward here, right? You should pink this, and you should just start hitting the Gromp off this spot, off this top prior. Because they can never fight you here. If Maokai and Braum walk in, you will just dribble them 1v2, and then Naut will come, and it'll be very hard, right? So you should already be here with a pink ward, deny them vision, hitting this and dragging it topside, okay? And now,
Yes.
this would already be ours. Hui, you would have a pink ward to play to, so it's easier for you to play, right? But because we have no pink ward, you can just be dead here.
100%.
Bruiser, your problem is not game knowledge. I mean, it is a bit of game knowledge too, but your main problem is like, I think you just don't play the game enough. So your map reading abilities compared to what it used to be, you know what I mean? And lane detail is really lacking, you know what I mean? Like imagine they just spawn here, you just dead, and they all die, by the way. They could be literally right here. It doesn't matter if you flash, you're dead. You have to play really far, but the problem starts from, I think, jungle, because he's the one with the pink ward. Your weak side. So if jungle like sets this pink ward for you, now assuming you have this control, their vision will be limited to here. If they ward this, you would be throwing bombs and like you would be poking them with Hui, right? So because Silas is so far away, you can actually fight 3v4 and take their condition. If they're chunked, you can actually play for all 3 grubs. So I think the idea to begin with was wrong. I think Naut should hold this bush, and Ziggs Hui should play with the Naut, getting ready to like one shot or chunk first target, while Silas is disconnected top, right? So these are like small details that you guys are not paying attention to, and a lot of it comes down to tempo. Because Silas can't join the fight. This is a 3v4. It's really hard for them. You could even like straight up Naut, you could just hook first target, ult Caitlyn, and one person will die, you know?
Yes, 100%.
So it's really strange.
Don't hit the objective.
Yeah, I mean, no. Now, it's good to hit the objective, bro. Did you not listen to anything I said?
No, I mean, but no. You said him to take the banana bush, right?
And then hit fast, because he should already be here. Pink this and hit it, because he has top wave to play on.
Yes, but I mean, if Nautilus stays on banana bush, they can do because like it's 4v3. But if Nautilus hits on the objective, they will see Nautilus.
Oh,
and
you
they
mean
can
yeah? No, Nautilus should not hit the objective.
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
what I'm saying.
I think Ziggs and Hui need to see how they play. So this is a concept called body language. It's like one of my many systems. But if you see their body language being aggressive, then you need to be prepared to turn. So you can't use your abilities on the grob, you know. But I think you guys just don't think about fighting at all. He's clueless. Then we walk out and look how you play this. They're playing into a choke. Ziggs is fine. You cover him. I don't know why you throw this fear like this.
Yeah, my bad.
No, but bro, like, what the play the game. They're inting.
Nossa, se tu ulta aí.
You have so much.
I just want to save Gru in this time, and I did nothing, you know.
No, but bro.
Because in my perspective, it's already over for us if you try to fight, you know.
Why?
I don't know. The communication was just leave. That's fine. Run, you know.
But like you're playing a game, right? You're playing your game, and you see them sprint in to a choke point, killing themselves. Graves has full sums. If Graves just presses W and you just use all your spells here, they can't play the game, bro. The other thing is, guys, you guys are way too willing or unaware of your Hui. Like, you're way too willing to give your Hui. Bruiser.
Let me talk to you about that. What do you think? You think it's fine I clear the wave and die and they kill bot? Or do you think I don't go to the wave? Because we are talking about Drake and take bot tower, you know?
I think it's mega bad. First of all, like, if you're letting yourself as a mage Hui player to be a sacrificial lamb, then there's something wrong with you. Because Bruiser, mage champions lose so much value when they're behind. Like, if you're playing Oriana, for example, right? And you die 2 times, you're useless.
Yeah, the game is is kind of hard. We can win, but
but you have to get carried. You're not a champion because you don't scale. Because mage items are really expensive. So if you don't have items, you're useless. So that's why. Like, think about it this way: if Chovy played Victor or Hui, do you think Genji would ever let this happen?
No.
So 2 things need to happen. You guys just need to understand how these champions work. like your game knowledge is just like awful. If you think trading into a Yorick, like all top champions are generally better and higher value when they're behind compared to mid champions. So like,
yes.
like when you're trading into bot, like I'll be honest, Shoti, I just don't know what you're doing. Like
But how do we achieve the Drake if we, like, I don't want to give away. Like, I don't want to make him lose anything.
bro, you read the tempo of the map. So look, pay attention. Hui stays, Silas stays. So Silas has slightly faster tempo, but Ziggs has mid push. Graves gets a base off, and you guys don't see Maokai for a while, right? So you can assume that your jungle tempo is going to be slightly faster just because it's clear speed and everything in the game. I mean, like Aegis, you probably feel it. So, like, you should be thinking that if you don't show Envision Gru, not Gru, Shoiti, it's not easy for them to start the objective because they don't know where the support is, right? So Hui has this ward to play with. You play on mid wave, and now you pay attention to how they move on the map. So like you should sprint through mid, not, and hide your position, and just pay attention to where they move on the map. Like look at your vision. So on this timer, I think Graves, you should sprint to is this your pink ward?
Yep.
Okay, no, then you should keep it. I think Naut, you should just see the position, and based on their body language, you should like read or just deduce where they're gonna play. Like I think it's almost always good for you to like run mid into top here, because they're not retaking aggressive. They're not taking like they're not taking this red bush. They're also not attacking bot, right? So you can assume that they're playing topside. Normally, Cavallo around this time with Unsealed Spellbook will TP and like start contesting waves, but you don't see anything. I think even now you can run top. You can run top even now, you know? Because this Hui has TP, right?
Yes.
So I think if Hui and Silas are both out of the fight and you fog, it's not easy, even if Braum is here, for them to just hit the objective. Because the moment you see Braum, you'll start sprinting. And Graves, you're not going to AFK, right? Like Graves Ziggs, you're going to throw shit at them, right? So they're going to like get poked down and shit, you know? It's going to be like two people here and you're going to be in fog, like fogging here. And both sides have TP. You're just making sure that Hui's fine. You understand both sides have TP. You just make sure he doesn't get dove. And Graves will just dance and like use his body for vision and just see what's going on, you know? Because it's not like they have mega engage. And if they start the Drake, then you just start walking down and matching after, you know? Or you hover topside into mid so Ziggs can take the wave high with Graves, you know? And then with the mid push, you can take vision. But I feel the only thing you're thinking about here is Drake. And I think you're too willing to die. Because when you were a pro player, this is the same way you played. You just played weak side, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't, this is like a horrible way to play. Even back then.
Yeah, what I asked you before, it is okay if we trade. I'm dying for take bot tower and kill.
There's only one reason why this is okay. One reason. Can you guess why?
Because we have Ziggs?
Yes. If you can use Ziggs to blow this tower up, it's okay.
Okay.
But I think it's really hard, personally. Because like,
I agree.
Because look, you'll die. And now if Ziggs commits into bot and you're dead, then they take mid, right? So it's hard to trade with these champions. And the main way you figure out if this is a good dive or not is you just see how many people you need for this bot dive. If you need 3, I think it's not good. Because that means Ziggs has to stay mid. And then you can't trade, right? So now what ends up happening is you commit 3 into bot for Silas to farm these plates. And this is way better for them, by the way. So now next turn, look, you have to TP. I mean, I don't know why you TP'd here. This also makes no sense. Like your TP, you dying top. The result of all of this is like they win the trade. Because now Aatrox has to be, he's second on top. Yorick pushes top and farms plates and he wins this trade. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So like just as a general concept, if you're giving up your Hui to kill a Yorick, it's not worth. It's only worth if you can like secure first tower and dragon. It needs to be a 2-for-1.
Okay.
And so yeah, I mean, you're just too willing, you know. And the next point I want to talk about is you guys need to think a little bit more about vision. Like if you're not showing on the map Shoiti, like for fun, in situations where you're down tempo, it's much harder for them to make plays, you know?
Yeah,
If you play to retake quickly with jungle, and one side is going to get dope, a lot of the time your trade's going to be bad. So you just need to think about these things. But overall, like, it was a good game, guys. I think this is one of the better ones for sure. Nice dive top, nice plan by Graves. Just ends up being a jungle gap.